want me to take one of the two? Elements like fire come on all the way down. They lived to be thousands of years. From the city of King David, established a village in the north and called it Nazareth, we believe, based on this shoot in conjunction with the prophecy. Because shoot in Hebrew is netzer. Can you say netzer or netzer, depending on how you want to use your R's? Netzer. Yeah. And this is where we believe Nazareth got its Hebrew name.
Usually at this day of the time of the day, the sheep are supposed to be grazing around on the non-cultivated hills and mountains, and only at the end of the day the shepherd is supposed to bring his sheep back to the sheepfold. Then he needs to be sure that all of them are inside. Otherwise, he would need leave behind the 99 and go and pick the lost one. Right? Yeah. Sheep and shepherd symbolizes the relationship between God and his people. And we can find many examples, both in the New Testament and the Old Testament, talking about this relationship. You see, I have only sheep here. I have no goats. Goats and sheep are so different, not in the way how they look from outside. They are totally different in the attitude and the behavior. Goats are troublemakers. They never recognize his voice. They never follow him. On the other hand, the sheep are so obedient. They recognize the voice of the shepherd and they follow him. You see what Jesus said? I know my sheep know me. In the book of Matthew chapter 25, Jesus said, at the end of the days when the Son of Man will come back with all of his glory and all the nations in front of him, he's going to separate the righteous from the non-righteous, as the shepherd separates his sheep from his goats. I hope all of you are on the sheep side, right? Are you there?
Yes.
Yes.
We know Jesus used the tomb like this. However, he wasn't a rich man upon his death because, well, one of the reasons is he left his trade for ministry. But Joseph of Arimathea was gracious enough to lend him the tomb. 3 days later, he returned it, so they were good. Feel free to check it out from inside if you like. Please watch your head on the way in, and I can't stress this enough, watch it on the way out. Because a lot of people come out thinking they escaped death, so they immediately stand up, hit their head right there on the corner, and so they die, and we put them back inside.
Nice and cool, isn't it?
It is. Nice echo.
Yeah.
You staying here for the rest of the day?
Oh, watch your head.
We're waiting for... Over here, this is the square cut vat where they would lay the grapes on. This part is usually done by women and children. Why?
Lighter.
Harder workers.
Then they continued digging here and they found these terraces. These are also original terraces. When I say original, I mean they're not replicas. The tomb is a replica. These date back from the times of Christ. Jesus grew up here, spent all of his childhood here and most of his life here. So let's play Sherlock and connect them all together. Very easy conclusion, right? This must have been used by him. Or at least maybe around it. I don't know. But either way, it's good to think and imagine what's going on here in Nazareth. This is where we make olive oil. Olive oil happens in 2 steps, 2 phases. The first one is the crushing of the olives right here. So in October, November, and sometimes early December, we harvest the olives, we bring it in baskets, and we dump it in this basin here along with the pit and everything. So the whole olive goes in there. Different, so we believe the thought process went about like this. They are builders and constructors, that means they build homes. Our homes are made of wood, so they must be a carpenter, and they put carpenter there. So now everyone knows or thinks, or you know, that they're just carpenters. The Greek word, however, is tekton. That's what they were. Tekton means builder, constructor, artisan. So builders and constructors will use whatever material they have around them to build things. The two most common material we just mentioned, wood and stone, and that's why you see a carpentry shop with carpentry tools on your left and Joseph working on them, and if you look to your right you'll see masonry tools and a bedrock. So we believe they were skilled in both.
Yeah.
Good exercise in the morning. Candy color, so it's a mixture of greenish, pinkish, brownish gray. And then let's see what else we have. We have the basic colors of the sheep, the natural colors. These are obviously not dyed, and they're usually worn by people who cannot afford colored clothes, or commoners, or for everyday working clothes. Then, someone with an expensive taste who would like to wear a Versace suit, who would wear this color, and this color, bless you, is made from saffron. Finally, we have these colors. These are designated to royalty. Kings and queens would wear this color. These colors, and these colors are made from sea snails. The snail inside the shell would have that ink in their mucus or blood system, sort of like octopi and squid. They'll take the snail out, they'll twist it, or maybe wait for it to sneeze, to get 1 drop of ink per snail.
Wow.
So you need 6,000 or 7,000 of these to make 1 kilogram of wool. The threads from itself, and then Hannah will show us how yarn is spun using the spindle she has, and her patience. Takes a lot of patience, a lot of time, no Netflix. I mean, I'm already bored. Hey, you're doing it. You're awesome.
That's amazing.
That's it.
You will see a lot of synagogues, but some will be missing a roof, missing a wall, missing a projector. You know how synagogues are. And this is the only fully built one. Now, when you walked in here, you might have felt the coolness of being inside, right? This is how the structure is built. We've done extensive research to make sure all these buildings were built not only using first century building materials, but also first century engineering methods. Sealing is, they start by laying these beams of trees across. You might have noticed this at Joseph's house and Hannah's house. Then they have a layer of reed on top of that. After that, you have a layer of mud, and you can see the mud in between the broken reeds, right? That mud is made from water, limestone, ash, dirt, and straw. Then you have another layer of dry dirt on top of that. That is there to absorb rainwater. And then it's finally finished off with another layer of mud that's rolled down with a stone roller to give it that tough exterior, kind of like what we've been walking on all day long. So, from this information, you know that it's possible to dig through a roof. And you dig through the first 3 layers of mud, you break the reed, and you lower a person down between the beams of trees. Back then, the beams of trees were a lot farther apart, so you could easily do so. Today, we had to do it real close like this for city code. So, before you leave, we like to give you the light of Jesus in this form of a first century replica of a lamp to each and every one of you, so you can take it with you outside Nazareth as if you were him. shine his light everywhere else you go, as if you were him being kicked out of Nazareth, and leave Nazareth to us.